Here is an almost interesting story. In the midst of World War II, the United States military was searching for new and innovative ways to gain an edge over their enemies. One of the more unusual ideas that was proposed was the use of bats as flying bombs. Yes, you heard that right, bats. In this video, we'll explore the bizarre history of the U.S. military's plan to use bats as weapons during World War II. In 1942, a dental surgeon named Lytle S. Adams approached the U.S. military with a strange proposal: to strap tiny bombs to bats and release them over Japanese cities. Adams was convinced that the plan would be effective because bats are nocturnal animals that roost in dark, hard-to-reach places, making them ideal for delivering bombs to enemy targets. The military was initially skeptical of the idea, but Adams was persistent. He eventually convinced the military to give the idea a try and even conducted a series of tests to demonstrate the effectiveness of bat bombs. The tests showed that the bats could indeed be trained to carry bombs and release them in a specific location. In early 1943, the military began work on a special bat bomb project, which involved designing special bomb casings that could be attached to bats. The idea was to release a large number of bats, each carrying a small bomb, over a Japanese city. The bats would roost in the eaves of buildings and then explode, causing widespread damage and panic. The project was given the codename Project X-Ray, and was assigned to the Army Air Force's Carlsbad Army Airfield in New Mexico. The military hired a team of biologists and bat experts to help with the project, and they began training thousands of bats to carry bombs. Despite the extensive training and preparation, the project was ultimately deemed a failure. The first test of the bat bombs was conducted in May 1943, but the bats became disoriented and flew off in random directions, with some even roosting in nearby military buildings. A second test was more successful, but a group of bats accidentally roosted in a hangar, causing a fire that destroyed several buildings. The military eventually realized that the bat bomb project was too complicated and unreliable, and they canceled the program in 1944. The project never made it to the battlefield, and the bats were released into the wild after the program was canceled.